Howdy, I'm Garrett Cortese. I am the picture taker and social media poster for Liquid Force, and I have had the pleasure of doing those things for the last year and a half. But my history with Liquid Force goes way back to actually when I first got into photography and shooting wakeboarding back in 2002. Um, Actually, my first paid for like hired commercial shoot was when I was in college in 2002, still like trying to get published and make it. And I got a call from Don Wallace, who now runs the company, but back then he was in charge of marketing. And he hit me up because he needed some pictures of Emily Copeland, now Emily Copeland Durham. She was a team writer at the time, and they didn't have any photos of her on the 2003 board. And so Don hit me up and said, "Hey, like, can you meet up with Emily and like do this photo shoot for us?" And I said, absolutely. And I thought I'd made it. I thought my foot's in the door, I'm in. So that's cool for me. That was a big deal for me at the time. And now it's just really cool to be working in-house with Liquid Force. I've worked closely with them over the years, all my time working at magazines. But it's really cool to be in the position I am now and working with the team, and just the guys in marketing and stuff, and trying to do some cool, fun things. In terms of, let's see, another question, what's my favorite Liquid Force memory? So like I said, I've worked with Liquid Force for a long, long time. There's way too many memories to pick a favorite from, and actually to even remember. A lot of these memories are gone. But some bro stocks would be up there for sure. Just especially the ones at PAL when everybody got houseboats and just made a really good time over 3 or 4 days, and it was all sort of blurs into one day. But the houseboats on PAL for Brostock are definitely a highlight. Some other Liquid Force highlights would be working on Elephant Awesome was actually a lot of fun. That was a team video featuring what was then like the young team riders of Daniel Grant, Raph DeRome, Harley Clifford, Bob Sovin, and Nico. And we went to Raph's place in Canada. We went to Dan's place in Thai Wake Park, and that was a lot of fun. Working on that video was a lot of fun. And then just in terms of like more recently, we had a lot of fun on the LF Park team trip to Italy. Just checking out like all of the parks up there, meeting different people out there, getting to work with Claudia Pagnini and her dad Meme. They're awesome people, and they showed us a really good time, and we had a really good time in Italy. And getting to work on How the Elephant Grinch Stole Christmas. That was a fun project to do. And even though it didn't really involve like photography, I helped work on the script, and I got to narrate it. And so I got to make Shane dress up as the Grinch. It was fun. So if you haven't checked that out, we released that just before Christmas, and it's a pretty fun little twist on the old Dr. Seuss story. If I had to wakeboard, wake skate, wake surf, or foil right now, what would I do? It would probably be wake surf. Actually, if I'm being perfectly honest, it'd probably be water ski. My folks live a couple miles from here where I am in Orlando, and my dad still has his old ski boat. And so over the last 5 years, I've definitely water skied more than I have wakeboarded. But if I had to pick a wake sport, it'd be wake surf. I'm older now, and my knees hurt. If I could be one Liquid Force pro for a day, I don't know if I want to be a Liquid Force pro for a day. I'm good being 41 and a photographer. I don't know if I want to be a 20-year-old, but if I had to pick an LF pro, I think I'd go with Felix. I think I'd throw on some Lederhosen and go throw back some German beers, Oktoberfest style, and then go shred a park like nobody's business. So, and still rock a killer mustache, right? I'll go with Felix. What music do I listen to while I'm working? If I'm out on the boat and all the riders are picking the music, and it's usually not stuff that I'm listening to. Sometimes, Luca's got a wide variety of songs he listens to. Same with Gunther and Matty Muncy. Matty Muncy's all over the place. He likes to play DJ on road trips, and it can get awkward, but then it can also get awesome. Sorry, Matty, but me myself, if I'm gonna play DJ, if the like riders actually let me, or if I'm at my computer working, usually some classic rock, a little bit of indie rock. But yeah, give me some Zeppelin, some Doobie Brothers, the Eagles, Tom Petty. I'm good with all of that. Hobbies. What are my hobbies? I've been pretty lucky that I was able to turn a hobby of photography into a career. I got into photography in like middle school, and I've been able to make a living out of it. So it is still a hobby of mine, and I love it. I love taking pictures. But other than that, I'm a 41-year-old dad. Like my hobbies, I'll sit on the couch and spend the first like 20 minutes scrolling through like different streaming services trying to figure out what I want to watch, and by the time I pick something, I usually fall asleep like 10 minutes later. So I don't know, is that a hobby? I used to play tennis a lot. I played tennis all growing up, and I haven't played it in a long time, but I got pickleball rackets for Christmas, and I've been wanting to play. So now I think I'm going to be getting into pickleball, which I'm pretty excited about. That, and I played frisbee golf for the first time in years over like the Christmas break, and I think I'm gonna have to get back into that again. So we're gonna go with those. Mindlessly scrolling through streaming services, potentially playing pickleball, and getting back into frisbee golf along with photography. Last question. What's your favorite aisle at the grocery store? I like to cook. So I like a lot of the aisles at the grocery store. I do a lot of cooking here for our family at our house. But if I was gonna pick an aisle, being here in Orlando and Florida, if you've ever been, you've hopefully heard of Publix. It's one of the best grocery stores ever. But what they really stand out for are their subs. So give me the Publix sub aisle, because their subs they can't be beat. And that's all I got. See ya.